In today's Hands-on Gardening, Corey Malice has some tips on keeping your backyard ready to take care of the birds this winter.
Well, a lot of people love to feed the birds, and during the wintertime, that's the best way to establish a population in your yard. Joining me is Steve Hunzinger from the UW Extension Office. Steve, a lot of people into feeding birds, but there are a couple of things you can do to really maximize the number of birds you get.
Exactly, and it starts with the feeder choices that you have. Different birds like different feeder choices. Traditionally, we see some of the box-shaped feeders like we have here. We're just filling those up. Some of the tube feeders might be important for us to bring in. There's suet feeders, thistle feeders, some of the mesh bags that we can hang out. You can go really simple if you want to. You can take a plastic pop bottle and create a feeder, or a milk jug.
So basically, there's a feeder for just about any any type or any way you want to go.
Exactly.
All right, a feeder placement is also important.
It is important, and there's really a few things to consider. Number one, we want to put it obviously where we can see it, out that window or out that patio door. 5 to 6 feet off the ground is a more ideal height that we want to have. Providing some cover or having it close to where the birds can move into a covered area as close as 5 feet away from that feeder can be important, so that you attract some of the different birds that may be more shy in there. Some of your protected areas too, where you might get snow drifts or prevailing winds, might not be the best location, so tuck it in, keep it a little more covered.
Okay, and probably the more feeders, the more birds you get.
That's right. The more feeders that you have out there, the more chances of birds coming in.
Okay, and if you're going to have feeders, you should also have access to some water.
It's nice if you do. It's a little tricky to keep going in the wintertime here in Wisconsin, so a water, you're probably going to have to look at either having a heated water or a very shallow water, so that you can change it often.
Okay, some good advice there. Now, coming up in the second part of our series, we're going to talk about what to feed them. That's today's Hands-on Gardening.